Alright, gamers! Data download was a little earlier than usual tonight. Now, Turles does drop later tonight. If you guys remember, I mentioned earlier that I suspected this could be the case because of the Turles missions in order for us to get tickets, right? If we would take a look at this, one of the missions, well, actually, the mission later tonight, tomorrow, is to clear a stage at the support memory boost. And we knew that this was part of the upcoming content. So that told me that it was going to be later tonight. Now, the one thing I would say, though, is keep in mind that the 30th, so 2 weeks away, basically, is when I expect TDC to start. Until then, I'm not really too sure what we're going to see. Remember, it's going to be weekly data downloads. Um, even though we recently have seen a double data download week, I don't anticipate that happening again, right? I think what's going to happen is we're not going to have anything more for, probably a full week. I think next week we maybe get the Spirit Bomb Goku that fights Turles. That maybe could be the character that comes out next week. An EZA for him, maybe. Just as like a guesstimate. So it's after tonight with the Turles stuff. We don't have a lot coming, I think. Okay, so we have the three EZAs here. We have Turles, who I think is a little bit better than people giving him credit for. The one thing about Turles, it's about his intro. There's two things about this Turles that matters. Number one is his intro will help LR Turles, who LR Turles key can be a problem for this guy. So physical Turles just activating his intro, and then all of a sudden this guy has 3 more key to work with. That actually matters like a lot. That's a huge deal. This guy right here. So we're closing off, almost one of the only weaknesses that this guy's going to have. The other weakness would be if he's below 50% HP at the start of turn and he's not guarding. That's the other weakness he could have. The other thing here, too, is Metal Cooler Army is, they're probably the best unit in the game, strongest unit in the game, whatever we want to say. But this is a suffocating condition. I'm not the biggest fan of most of the characters that activate Metal Cooler Army's condition. So getting any type of additional help is just a really big deal. So that's going to be good. We also have the two kind of like sub EZA characters. These characters, the problem for them is going to be this. Let's pull up Destroy the Universe. We can pull them up quickly. Bam and bam. This is their problem. They don't have a 220, either of them. So it's like, there's no, listen, you're not running them a Metal Cooler. I saw people on Twitter being like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to run them a Metal Cooler Army team. Yeah, no fucking shit. They're not Movie Boss or Wicked Bloodline, guys. Come on. Like, hey, yeah, you're goddamn right we're not running them with Metal Cooler. Hell no. Right? The only setup we could possibly run these guys would be on LR Turles' Space Traveling Warriors or Physical Turles' Space Traveling Warriors. That's, I don't know. Like these guys, it's nice for them to get their EZAs. And make Space Traveling Warriors a little bit more competitive. There are some Space Traveling Warrior missions and stuff, but these guys, I don't think they're really going to get that much play, right? This unit looks a lot better to me, the Diaz and Cacao, because they're going to have a decent amount of dodge. They've got some 2-turn support. Amand and Raisin, if this was like a year and a half ago, they'd have been sick. It's just, I don't know. I think that this character they are not looking nearly as good to me as they could be. I don't know. I'm not loving what I'm seeing. I feel like they'll get hit hard, right? And it's like, if we don't run them in slot 1, we can run them in slot 2 or 3, but then we have to get 4 orbs for them in order to get the guard and the extra damage reduction. I don't know, man. Not really too high on what I've seen from this character. All right. So we'll see. All right. So we got the EZAs. Remember, there is this Mr. Satan or Hercule event that's dropping. I don't, not really too much I know about it. There's no missions. It's a limited event. Remember, there's a key we get to do this. But because there's no missions, I don't know the exact day that this is dropping. I presume it's going to be later tonight, probably. But I mean, it's not common, I would say, for events to drop these days with no missions. That's not a common thing. Okay. All right, so we have this. Remember, this gives dragon ore, by the way. So people will be able to do this event to get stones. Or, yeah, with dragon ore green. And then we get the test of luck keys. So maybe it's just going to be like log in and we get it. We'll see. We'll see. All right, we got that. Here's some missions. We still have all of the daily tickets. A lot left for that. Okay, so there's some missions here for the Turles EZA. Just do the regular EZA missions, nothing crazy. And then yeah, this is just like the Whis missions, right? So if you do stage 31 with an all types team, final trump card in 4 minutes and 20 seconds or less, you get all the medals you need to EZA. Diaz, Cacao, Amand, and Raisin. So that's good. Missions to allow players to more easily like get the EZAs for these guys is a really good thing. Then we have a support memory boost stage here. Is going to be dropping. Let me actually just quickly pull this up. You guys see it? I don't know. I always have trouble finding the support memory boost. There it is right there. All right, so we have a new stage. This is going to be Great Ape Kid Gohan and Turles for fighting. Oh, Gohan and Icarus, and then Great Ape Kid Gohan. What's crazy is this is not like a character we can get. I really kind of wish they would release Kid Gohan like with a regular Great Ape Mechanic type character. I think that could be a good Dokkan Fest. They could do a Saiyan Saga version of him, because remember, he does beat Vegeta. They drop that as a Saiyan Saga version character, and then, I mean, he'd be a good setup for Saiyan Saga Dokkan Frontier, right? So, the missions, beat it with 4 planetary destruction characters. Remember, we have to use full free-to-play characters. Beat it using only supers. Everyone will always reference the Goldo fight in Dokkan Frontier, but remember, it was literally bugged, and they confirmed in the news it was bugged, and they fixed it. That Goldo mission, the Goldo mission was counting additionals, so you do an additional normal, and it would count it, but it's not supposed to work that way. These beat the stage using only supers. That's never a difficult mission. There was only the one time ever because it was literally like bugged or glitched, right? Not a common occurrence. Beat the super stage with no items within 6 turns, and then with Bond of Friendship characters. That's easy because Goku is Bond of Friendship. So there's a million free-to-play Gokus. Remember, these events, you can only use free-to-play characters for these events right here. All right, so there's that. And then, yeah, here is the support memory. Gohan's Heart. When HP is 50%, 58% or less, you get 30% HP regen, and for 3 turns, Hybrid Saiyan and Bond of Friendship attack and defense goes up 25%. God damn, dude. And Key of all allies in the Great Ape power is increased by 2 and 10% attack. Bro, this is solid. Because, like, okay, like it's very common nowadays for there to be fights where there's damage paths before you go into the fight, like seriously serious, right? So it's like if the team is good, we jump in there, we could trigger this right away. And then it'll heal us, and then we get this huge buff. 25% is a major buff for 3 turns. Yeah, I like that. This would be a nice little combo with the Int LR Saiyan Saga Kid Gohan. Could be a nice little combo because he's, a hybrid Saiyan Great Ape power character, right? So he get 35 fucking % attack from a support memory. Bro, that's huge. That is not insignificant at all. Wow. Okay. So usually the support memories buffed by the support memory boost, they usually are quite good, or like much better than ones that aren't, right? And then that's basically it. There are more Dokkan Frontier nodes, remember, that are coming. Usually I see those from the Dokkan database, but it has not updated yet. So we'll see what Dokkan Frontier is going to look like. I mean, presumably it will be fights against full power Frieza. When that updates, I might just do a separate video going over it. And then, the final thing I do want to talk about here. So remember, Global is going into maintenance. When is it? In a little bit? Let me see. When does Global's maintenance start? Oh my god, they only tweeted it out. Hang on. All right, so Global's been in maintenance for about an hour now. So we'll get the global data download once that completes, right? Now, what matters about this is that finally these guys are going to drop tomorrow, right? So the way this works, right? You get this version of Goku. Here, let's just pull him up right here. Okay. This Goku, you get him when you log in for 1,000 days. He's just in the gift box. When you hit 2,000 days logged in, you are going to get the Super EZA medals. Will be, I think it's a mission. It's a mission, right? There's a mission that will pop up. It's in the Korin section. There's a mission you can do. Let's head on over there. Korin right here. Yep. There's a mission you could be. We probably could scroll all the way down. Yeah. Yep. Here it is right here. Bam. So there's a mission you get when you've logged in for 2,000 days, and you get the medals to Super EZA him. Now, here's the other pain in the ass thing. They slid in a mission in here, too. Now, this is stupid because I believe these are equips we already have, by the way. For this Goku, you get these when you hit 3,000 days logged in. And then they give you like I guess because these are meant for the alternate art guy. That's why. Oh, okay, yeah. So these are equips meant for the alternate art Spirit Bomb Goku. So here's how this works. You get this guy at 1,000 days logged in. When you hit 2,000 days logged in, you can accept the mission right here, which allows you to Super EZA him. When you hit 4,000 days logged in, you get this version of the alternate art character. Now, one reason I didn't think the alternate art character whole, situation really was not a big deal with the God Goku and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku is because I saw the way worse outcome, which was this. So this guy actually has a better, new and improved super attack animation that the 1,000 day Goku does not have. This is a better animation. So I was very concerned that they do that with the summonable ones too, but they did not, because that would have been not good. But this free-to-play one does have this. In order to get this guy, you have to log in for 4,000 days. And then, I mean, when you log in, he comes with the EZA medals and the Super EZA medals. And then there's a mission here which gets you his equips at 4,000 days logged in. So there we go. Global is finally getting these guys as well, because they've just sat there in the data for Global for 6 months now. So let me know what you guys think. Physical Turles EZA, and looks like Dokkan is definitely going to slow down for a little bit, because I don't even think there'll be new news or info or anything for at least a week. 7 full days. So we are going to be big chilling. We'll be testing out Turles, and we'll see how... Wait, where is he? We'll be testing Turles. We'll be seeing how he does. So let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.